Hi, welcome to the channel. This is going to be about a tree table which I've made. There's a few of them on the net, you'll see if you look around for these backpacking tree tables. Anyone can make one. I'll show you it set up, show you it in use, and then I'll show you how I made it, because I've done a little making video. Well, I didn't do it, some ugly guy in a shed did it, so I'll let you see him do it, okay? Alright then, back in a bit.
Every time I think I'm gonna wake up back in the jungle. Every time I think I'm gonna wake up back in the jungle.
Right, so here's the tree table, which isn't a tree, it's a table, which we're going to attach to a tree. Some cordage. So you want to get your cordage. I don't know how much I've got here, I think it's one piece. And then we're going to tie it through one of these holes. Doesn't matter which side you choose. Just put it in. And we basically just made a knot. Right, because I've got a lot of line here, because this line isn't been cut for this table or anything. It's just line that I'm carrying in my bag as a backup for whatever I need. So I'm going to take the line around the tree. At the height I like, I want to do it around this height, because that's about as high as I want it for what I want to use. Okay, now I'm just going to come up through the hole with this line. So I've just brought it up as a loop. When I pull the loose end through, right, then I'm just going to go wrap it around the tree one more time. It'd help if you didn't have such a long line, to be honest. You don't even have to tie these off much. You can just do a tuck in and then pull it around to a tight piece. So just tuck it through the loop you've already created and then just tug it around until it bites in. Now what you're left with is that table hanging like that. So what we need to do now is find a stick. A walking pole is good for this, but I didn't bring one. Don't ask me why. I just didn't. So let's find a stick that we think is long enough. It'd be a branch, you know. It doesn't have to be anything like a proper long straight stick, because that doesn't matter. There's a little branch there. There's a few of them on it. A few branches. So we want to get it in position, find the height we want, which is just below that V. Take out a knife or an axe or whatever you've got. And you know what, I'm not going to cut it below the V. I'm going to cut it here, because here is a good size to go through my hole. It's dead wood as well, this, it's hard. It's beech by the look of the wood. There's that. Snap that off. Don't need that, don't need this. So in theory that's all we need. That go there. You can position this so it'll hold the table up. And when you think about what's going to go on the table, if you want to start putting your children on there, then you've got a problem. But if you're going to put a cup on there, or a little cook set, or just practical small things that you know you're going to use when you're out, you shouldn't have any trouble. So what we've got so far is a wonky branch, and the table. This is how simple it is. So let's see what we can put on that, because I want to get some water on there. I've got my brew kit here. We're going to do a brew. So we've got water. It's going to adjust when you first use it, because it hasn't had any weight on it. gas can. Sun's come out just in time, eh? Lovely. We've got the gas burner. If you can boil a cup of water on something like this, you know you've got a stable table, should I say. It's not perfectly level, but it gives you a place for your handles to lie, doesn't it? Down the back. Let's get this lit. Yep. Obviously it's a bit precarious, but my stick's precarious because I couldn't be bothered to walk all around looking for something better. But it just goes to show you don't have to. I sprayed this with I sprayed the table itself with a clear lacquer because I knew it's going to get wet, and it did instantly. I poured water on it. So you don't have to do it, it's just that I wanted to. I might give it another coat as well. Pull you back a bit, get you a wide shot of this. There you go, nice wide shot so you can see the whole thing in action while we've got a bit of sunlight. And I'll go down there. Yeah, we're good. It's boiling anyway. I'll come and bring you in. I mean, I was messing about taking photos and I missed the boil, didn't I? I didn't want it boiling. I'm going to put some cold in that now. Tree tables. Now I think that once you've had one of these and you've seen one and they're simple to make, you're going to want to make one. So easy to make and so practical. Look, I'm standing in the middle of the wood and I'm just doing this. I mean, there's none of this on the floor crouching about, sitting down. It's soaking wet, it's been raining. Nobody wants to be on the floor in this weather because we're in autumn now, not far off winter. If you keep your weight near the back, it's where most of your support's going to be. You know, like the big bottles of water and stuff. Unless you've got a stronger stick here. But I haven't. I've just got this. It's flimsy and snaps. But I wanted to show you that you don't need to go for the super strong, you see. It ain't going to break just from a cup and stuff on it. So that's a tree table. Simple to make. You can make it in less than 10 minutes. If you've got the materials and the tools. There's not many tools. I'll send you over to the ugly guy in the shed. He'll show you how to make it. He's waiting for you. He's told me don't take too long because he's waiting in the shed. So you go and see him. I'll see you later. Oh, there you are. Been waiting for you. Been kept you in the woods, has he? Been in that woods putting these tables up. That's the easy bit. Got to make them first. So anyway, thanks for coming along. Hope he didn't keep you too long over there. We're going to make them. We'll make one. Nice sheet of wood here. This is a plyboard, and it's a, so you can see that, a 5.5mm sheet. So I'm going to cut this. You don't really need a saw to cut this stuff. You can just use a knife. Right. Yeah, you can just use a craft knife, but because I can't find one, I'm going to use my Victorinox knife. Try and get this in line so I don't end up. Just want to score it. Once you get a good deep score going, you end up cutting through every time a bit more. You feel it biting as it drops through the layers. It'll snap eventually. Right. So that'll make a table, this piece here. Then you just want to take off some of this edging you've just created. So sandpaper. And you get a decent edge on it. I know this board isn't, but when it's small and you cut a panel, I was just going to say it isn't the strongest of board, but in a big sheet it isn't, but in a small sheet that's got strength. So now we've got a piece cut, so you can see that. What we want to do with it is we need to make it so it can go against the tree. You can use lots of things to get that shape for the sort of tree shape. And then it's up to you if you want to keep it square or take the corners off. But taking the corners off, when it's in your bag, it doesn't catch on things. So we'll find something to mould it, get our shape. I've got a lot of tins in here, paint tins, so paint pots. So I'm going to do a curve like that. And this is the actual table you saw in the woods. So we've drawn a curve into it, which I'm going to cut. So I've got this blade that's on there. Quite harsh, as you can see in the teeth. Then I've got these finer blades, just looking for where the other one is because it's not in the pack. Got a finer cut to it, so you won't have such a harshness on the finish. The other one's going to shred it up a bit. Again, if you haven't got access to power tools, try and get someone to do this for you. I'm not saying you should be doing this if you're under the age of 7. I wasn't allowed to use the power tools until I was a teenager. It's only a few weeks ago, to be honest. Right. Let's get a nice clamp. We want this to be steady. Right. Just whack a bit of sandpaper over this. Get some clear lacquer. We'll probably drill a hole around there. and a main front hole about, okay, it's 10 inches wide, so 5's the middle. So that's 10 inches by 16.5. So that's got to fit in your pack, and it's 10 inches wide by, just as long as it goes in your pack, that'll fit in most packs. I mean, you've got to remember, laptops, 15.6 inch laptops, there's always a place in a backpack rucksack for those. So anything that sort of size or smaller will fit in a backpack average. Anyway, that's still wet, but we're going to drill the holes because, you know, it's bushcraft. Right, I've got a 8mm drill bit here. That's an 8mm wood drill bit. And now I'm going to drill these holes on a bit of gash wood. I don't want to drill into my bench again, because that's something I'm good at. Don't forget this is wet. Tacky, I should say. Right, I don't want to leave it on its back while it's both wet sides now. So I'm going to lift it up and I'll rest it on something so only a piece of it touches. So there we are. That's the table built. Now all we got to do is clean the holes up slightly with some sandpaper, but I'll wait until it dries. Then I'll give it another little lick of spray, lacquer on them pieces. So there's the shape of it. Right, that's how easy it is to build a tree table for your backpack. Backpacking tree table. You need a knife, perhaps a saw, depends how crude you want it to look, and a drill. So, easy. Hope it helps someone. You know, you don't need to go out and buy these, and if you've never even thought of it, this is a great little table, flat pack to carry, any height you set it at. As you saw that ugly guy doing at the start of the video. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe and the little bell. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. And you'll get all my latest releases. So until next time. Ciao.